If a short text can destroy you, this is why. Have you ever had a moment that didn't seem that big, but it hit you like a truck? A tone shift. Oh look. A cancelled plan. A short message. Someone saying, "We need to talk." And suddenly your body reacts like it's the end of the world. Your chest tightens. Your stomach drops. Your thoughts race. Your hands go cold. You feel shame, panic, rage, or numbness all at once. And you can't explain it. Because logically, you know, this shouldn't be this intense. But your body doesn't care about logic. Your body is reacting to something older. This is what an emotional flashback looks like. Not a movie-style flashback with clear memories. An emotional flashback is when your nervous system gets pulled into the past and you feel the old danger in the present. Today we're breaking down what emotional flashbacks are. Why small triggers create huge reactions, the signs you're in one. And the exact method to come back to the present fast without shaming yourself. In episode 1, we talked about traumatic intelligence, how survival can sharpen perception. Episode 2, staying calm in chaos and crashing later. Episode 3, hyper-independence. Episode 4, people-pleasing in boundaries. Episode 5, overthinking every conversation. Episode 6, trust issues. Episode 7, attachment triggers the chase-withdraw cycle. Episode 8 explains the invisible explosion underneath all of that. Emotional flashbacks. Because sometimes you're not reacting to what just happened. You're reacting to what your nervous system remembers. And until you understand this, you'll keep calling yourself too sensitive, too emotional, too much, unstable, dramatic. You're not dramatic. You're triggered. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why emotional flashbacks feel so real. Why shame hits so fast. Why you may want to run, fight, freeze, or disappear. And the 5-step return to now method you can use in under 2 minutes. And here's the key truth. The goal is not to stop triggers from existing. The goal is to stop living inside them. If you've ever thought, "Why am I reacting this hard?" comment flashback. Just that one word. No story needed. Part 1, what an emotional flashback really is. Most people think a flashback is visual. Like a scene from the past replaying in your mind. But an emotional flashback is different. It's when your body re-enters an old survival state. You may not remember the original event clearly. But your nervous system remembers the feeling. So you suddenly feel abandoned, unsafe, powerless, ashamed, rejected, trapped. And it happens fast. Because the amygdala, the threat detection part of the brain, reacts quicker than the thinking brain. Your body goes, danger. And your mind tries to catch up later. That's why emotional flashbacks feel irrational. They're not happening in your logic center. They're happening in your survival system. You might be 28, 35, 42, but in that moment, your nervous system feels like a child again. Your body feels small. Your breath gets shallow. Your muscles tighten. Your thoughts become extreme. And you start doing survival behaviors without realizing it, chasing reassurance. Over-explaining, people-pleasing, shutting down, going cold, testing, disappearing, accusing, trying to control. Not because you want to ruin things. Because your body is trying to escape danger. The problem is, the danger isn't always present. Sometimes it's memory wearing a mask. Part 2, why small triggers cause huge reactions. Here's why a small trigger can produce a massive reaction. Because the trigger isn't the full cause. It's the door. A small moment opens a stored emotional file. And when that file opens, you don't just feel today. You feel accumulated history. A short reply might not only mean short reply. It can unlock years of silent treatment, withdrawal, being ignored, being punished with distance. A tone change might not only mean tone change. It can unlock years of walking on eggshells, where one wrong sentence changed the whole house. A cancelled plan might not only mean cancelled plan. It can unlock years of being deprioritized, forgotten, or treated as optional. So your nervous system responds to the whole history, not the single moment. That's why your reaction feels too big. Because it's not only about now. It's about then. And the body doesn't do timelines well when it's triggered. It doesn't say, this is a different person, different situation, different year. It says, I know this feeling. This is danger. React. That's why emotional flashbacks can make you do things you regret. You send 10 messages. You demand reassurance. You accuse them of not caring. You threaten to leave. Or you vanish and pretend you don't need anyone. Then later you calm down and think, why did I do that? Why couldn't I just be normal? Because you weren't in the present. You were in an emotional time machine. Part 3, 9 signs you're in an emotional flashback. Here are 9 signs you're not just upset, you're flashed back. 1. Your reaction feels bigger than the situation. You feel flooded fast, like your system can't handle it. 2. Shame hits immediately. Not later. Immediately. You feel defective, embarrassing, unlovable, too much. 3. Your thinking becomes black and white. Everything becomes catastrophic, it's over. They hate me. I ruined it. I'm unsafe. 4. Your body reacts like it's an emergency. Tight chest, stomach drop, shaking, nausea, hot face, cold hands, jaw clenching. 5. You feel very young inside. Even if you don't think it, your body feels small, powerless, exposed. 6. You want to run, disappear, or shut down. You withdraw, go numb, stop responding, isolate, cancel plans, sleep, scroll, dissociate. 7. You want to fight, accuse, or control. You argue, demand certainty, interrogate, over-explain, push for reassurance now. 8. You interpret everything as proof. A single detail becomes evidence of abandonment or rejection. 9. You feel like the danger is happening right now. Even if your mind knows it's not. Your body doesn't believe your mind. If you recognize 3 or more of these, emotional flashbacks are likely part of your pattern. And that means the solution is not try harder. The solution is, return to now. Which sign hits you most, 2, 4, or 6? Drop the number in the comments. Then stay with me because the next part is the exact method. Part 4, the 5-step return to now method, under 2 minutes. This method isn't about positive thinking. It's about interrupting the nervous system loop and updating your body's timeline. Step 1, name it, out loud or in your head. Say, this is an emotional flashback. This is my nervous system. I am not in the past. Naming reduces fusion. It separates you from the state. You stop becoming the flashback and start witnessing it. Step 2, orient to the present, time plus place update. Look around and say where you are. I'm in my room. I'm in my car. It's Tuesday. I'm safe enough right now. Then do a quick sensory scan, 5 things you can see. 4 things you can feel. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. This forces the brain to update time and place. It tells your system, this is now. Step 3, release tension in the survival zones. Flashbacks lock the jaw, shoulders, chest, and stomach. So do this sequence, unclench your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Slowly exhale longer than you inhale. Do 3 long exhales. Long exhale signals safety to the nervous system. If you can't breathe deeply, that's okay. Just make the exhale longer. Step 4, separate facts from fear. Ask one grounding question, what is happening right now factually? Facts might be, they replied late. They sounded tired. They canceled. They said they need space. They didn't smile. Now ask, what story is my nervous system telling? Stories might be, they don't care. I'm being abandoned. I'm not enough. I'm unsafe. Something is wrong with me. Notice, story is not fact. A flashback makes stories feel like truth. This step puts truth back in its place. Step 5. Choose one adult action, not a child survival action. In a flashback, you'll want to do a survival behavior. Chase. Accuse. Beg. Disappear. Punish. Over-explain. Test. Instead, choose one adult action, pause communication for 20 minutes. Drink water and walk for 2 minutes. Write one sentence you will send later. Text, I'm activated. I'll reply when I'm calm. Ask for clarity later, calmly, with one sentence. This is the skill, responding from adulthood, not reacting from the past. Because when you respond like an adult, your nervous system learns, I can handle this without collapsing. That's how you retrain your system moment by moment. Part 5, the most important part, no shame. Here's where most people fail, they shame themselves for the flashback. They say, I'm crazy. I'm too much. I'm broken. I ruin everything. And shame deepens the flashback. Because shame is another threat signal. So instead of shame, practice one sentence. My nervous system is doing what it learned to do. Not as an excuse. As an explanation. Because when you stop attacking yourself, you recover faster. You don't heal by bullying your own brain. You heal by giving your nervous system proof of safety again and again. And here's a truth that might sting. Sometimes you're not overreacting. Sometimes you're finally reacting to years you never got to process. Your body is not your enemy. It's your history trying to complete itself. So be firm, not cruel. Correct the behavior if you need to, but do it without self-hate. That's how you keep the gift of awareness without living in pain. If this episode explained your sudden intense reactions, comment flashback again. And if you want episode 9, we're talking about emotional numbness, why you shut down, feel empty, and can't access joy after too much stress. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Episode 9 is next. And if you missed episodes 1 to 7, start at episode 1. This series is designed to be watched in order.